Now, if you're thinking about buying a house, there's a lot of programs out there to assist you with your down payment. But before you go that route, make sure you know the truth about down payment assistance. Now, I put together a quick video for some of the things that you should look out for. But before we get into that, if you haven't done so already, subscribe to my channel. Now, if you watch any of my other videos, you might have heard me say that finance is like putting together a jigsaw puzzle when it comes to real estate. Now, we're taking your financial profile, so your credit, income, and credit score. We're taking the financial profile of the house, so the market value, equity, and the contract term. And we're mixing all that together to get you the best deal on a home. Today, I want to make sure you walk away with 3 things. Is this the right fit for you? Can I start developing a strategy? Is the process more transparent to me? Those are 3 things, 3 questions that I want you to ask yourself at the end of this presentation. The 2 upfront costs you'll encounter when purchasing a property are down payment and the closing costs. Now, the down payment is typically the portion of money a bank wants you to come up with to show that you're serious about buying a house. Still a way of making sure you have some skin in the game. And closing costs, those are fees associated with the actual real estate transaction. Now, title fees, commissions, attorney fees, among other things may make up your closing costs. Down payment and closing costs together can account for anywhere between 3 to 28% of the sales price of the property that you're buying. Down payment assistance is usually offered to certain incomes and areas on a single family home as a flat rate or percentage of sale price. So here in Texas, the Seth program offers up to 6% towards your down payment assistance, where the city of Houston offers up to $25,000 in down payment assistance. And then right now, BBVA Compass has a 100% finance product that's pretty similar. Now, most programs do require a minimum investment. Typically, it's around $500 to $1,000, and you have to qualify for a mortgage. So, down payment assistance usually is compatible with other loan products. So, if you're getting benefits from a loan product and down payment assistance, a lot of times you can mix those things together to get the best deal for yourself. And a single family home may include townhomes and condos when you're dealing with down payment assistance. In addition to paying down principal, most down payment assistance providers cover a variety of closing costs as well. So this means you can buy the house that you can afford with equity built into it the day you move in, because you're not having to worry about a lot of your upfront costs, all the fees that eat away at your pockets when you're buying a property. Now, like I said, down payment assistance does come with some restrictions, but if it fits your profile, it's definitely worth it. Each program has its own set of rules, so your agent and your lender should review each program with you as it's necessary. Now, there are some circumstances where it's better to not take down payment assistance, and you'll need their advice to determine what's right for your particular situation. Now, at the core, the majority of the programs work on income, the region you're in, and the use of the land as their restriction. Income is determined by household size as deemed by HUD published income limits annually on or about midsummer. It's usually expressed as a percentage of median income. A typical income limit chart looks something like this. An income can come from other sources than a job. It can come from child support, alimony, or recurring gifts. And remember, this is household income, so it takes into account every dollar that's coming into one roof. Now, after you add everything up, you should fall into one of these categories on the chart. For example, if you're a mother of 2 that grosses $45,000 annually, you'll qualify for programs that serve individuals at a 70, 80, or 110% of median income. Some programs restrict assistance depending on the area you're buying in. Some cities identify areas as revitalization zone, and they'll give down payment assistance to boost ownership in the area. Taxing entities often look to fill revenue gaps from vacant or underutilized properties, or sometimes just to boost commercial activity by increasing the number of homeowners and residents in the area. In Houston specifically, being restricted to buying in a particular area almost benefits you. You can almost throw a dart anywhere on the map in Houston and find a great property or home. And we're number 2 in growth behind Dallas. That's about 200 something people a day as of last year. We have top tier schools, one of the best medical centers in the world, and our job market is fairly strong. I mean, it hasn't really wavered through any of the ups and downs that other states in the nation have gone through. We've had a 3.4% population growth annually for the past 2 years, and the income here has grown 8.3% over the last 3 years. To help you understand what that means to buy in a low to mod tract in Houston, if you're familiar with the region, Third Ward is a low to mod income tract area. Sunnyside, Harlem Park are all low to mod income tract areas, and they're all centrally located to take the full advantage and benefit of the things that are going on in Houston. Depending on the agency you receive your funds from, there may be some red tape that you'll have to navigate through. Now, other than being used for residential purposes, you'll likely have to reside in the property for a limited number of years before you're free and clear of paying anything back. Now, this is what we call an affordability period, or the amount of time that that organization thinks will earn a return on the investment in giving you that down payment assistance. Now, there are instances where people can't stay in a home or have to sell prior to their affordability period. Now, in those situations, the award amount is usually prorated for the time you spend in the house, and the balance is taken when the house sells. Just to give you a picture of what this could look like, if we took one person that made 80% of the median income in Houston, or about $42,000 annually, and use an affordability calculator to see how much they can afford, we would get the figures on that table. This assumes no debt, 45% debt ratio, 5% interest, and taxes and insurance are included. So to sum it up, that means that you can possibly buy a house for $175,000 and get down payment assistance in Houston. And there are plenty of deals out on the market right now that fall right in that category. But you're going to have to move fast in this city. The median price of a house in Houston is $243,000. And even though it's slowed down, it's still rising due to low inventory and a growing population. We believe that in today's market, you have to be more than an agent. And with so much noise in the market, information on the internet, and the abundance of options, how do you know the right office to work with? At this stage, it's not just a broker or agent you have to question so much, it's yourself. Now, at the core, most brokerage offices are the same. They all can be good or bad at different things. So you have to evaluate brokerage offices based off your own goals and expectations. Take the time to figure out how much money you want to spend, or how much time that you have to give to this process. Give some thought to the market you like to be in, or the types of properties that you like. Be honest with yourself about your strengths and your weaknesses, and go out and find an agent or broker that fits you. We believe that in today's market, you have to be more than an agent. And with so much noise in the market, information on the internet, and the abundance of options, how do you know the right office to work with? At this stage, it's not just a broker or agent you have to question so much, it's yourself. Now, at the core, most brokerage offices are the same. They all can be good or bad at different things. So you have to evaluate brokerage offices based off your own goals and expectations. Take the time to figure out how much money you want to spend, or how much time that you have to give to this process. Give some thought to the market you like to be in, or the types of properties that you like. Be honest with yourself about your strengths and your weaknesses, and go out and find an agent or broker that fits you. So I want to leave you with a couple of key pointers to keep in mind when you're interviewing agents. Now, first and foremost, make sure they have unbiased reviews. But be objective when you're reading those reviews. Don't let some one-off situation keep you from working with the agent that delivers above and beyond customer service. Sometimes that one bad review is from a person that's disgruntled about something that the agent couldn't have changed anyway. Make sure that the agent is responsive and transparent. If they aren't responsive to you now, they're likely not going to be responsive to you when there's a contract on the table. If they aren't transparent or willing to sit down and answer questions for you now or address your concerns now, they likely aren't going to do it when it's time to actually make offers on a home. So keep that in mind. Make sure they have experience in your property type and your area. Now, the experience in these things doesn't necessarily have to come from the particular agent that you're interviewing with, but make sure that someone in their office that they work with does have experience. A lot of us work together to make these deals happen. No one agent works alone. We work as kind of like a really big team. Go out and check to make sure that they're a member of an ethical trade association. You can go out to the Houston Association of Realtors and see if they're actually a member of the trade organization here in Houston. You'll have to find out which organizations in your city govern the agents there, so you can check out agents' backgrounds in your area. Make sure they have an ability to market. Nowadays, that means that they're knowledgeable and they're using multiple marketing mediums. So they're not just on the phone. They're not just on social media, not just emailing. They're not just doing video. Make sure that that agent is doing everything. The more known they are in the market by other agents, the better your chances are of securing homes. Even though we are all real estate agents, again, sometimes you have real estate agents that work well together and build rapport with one another. So my clients come with the guarantee that they're ready to close. So other agents that work with me have a high level of confidence that I have solid clients to do business with. Make sure your agent has a grasp of technology. So e-signatures, search tools, things of that nature kind of give you the indication of, is your agent up to date? The market moves really fast nowadays, so if you don't have the right tools in place and the right technology in place, you can get passed over on a deal just from the sheer fact of that you don't use digital signing software. And make sure your agent has a commitment to education and training. Just meaning they go above and beyond what the minimum standard is to make sure they're educated enough to provide you the best service possible. Before you sign off, if I've done the 3 things that I said I would do, which are help you determine if this is the right fit, help begin thinking about a strategy, and providing transparency to help you make decisions, then go to Google, Yelp, or Facebook and leave me a review. If you have any other questions about this topic or want to talk real estate, here's my contact information. You can also reach me on Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn, or YouTube. I hope this video was informative. Like this video or leave me a comment and let me know how I'm doing.